Hey everyone, welcome back to Dr. D.C.A. YouTube channel. Sorry, I got a little bit delayed in terms of posting this video. This week we have some corrections seen in the crypto world, and I want to talk about it. So let's get started first with stock market as we always do, specifically Nasdaq index. So I don't think anything has changed. This is a weekly time frame. We're watching this trend line and it's clearly broken out from this resistance of around 12.2, and it's maintaining its uptrend. Again, this is a weekly time frame, and we have been above this resistance of 12.3, 12,300 for like 4 weeks now, right? So this is looking legit, and considering hopefully the next week the data for inflation comes lower, we are going to like continue this rally. Okay. That's my sort of hope with this. I shouldn't say hope. I should say this is what I'm thinking in terms of the data I'm seeing and so forth. Okay. This trend line is important. If this is broken, the other trend line that we are watching is at 12.3 because this is what they call horizontal resistance, right? You see multiple points. It tried to like flirt with it to break it, and then eventually it did, and it's rallying right now. I think we're going to meet resistance roughly around 4.5 because we have had resistance previously around April 22. Okay, so that's Nasdaq. Let's go and see what's happening in the Bitcoin world. So Bitcoin, this is daily, and let's do weekly first. So we have been watching this line, right? Just like Nasdaq, it's still maintaining and it's still revisiting this, horizontal resistance of 25.8 thousand, 25,877 dollars, and it's being supported still for many, many weeks, right? This is since March, so it's almost what, 3 months? March, April, May, and June, right? June is like halfway through or so. So this is still solid, and as long as this is supported, we are still in a clear uptrend. But again, we said this is a big resistance to break of around $30,000, and that's when the fireworks would actually start. Now, however, there's one issue. A lot of these other cryptocurrencies are absolutely, collapsing, and the way to track it is there's a ticker called Total Tree. All right, and I'm showing this first time on the channel, but this is a ticker that shows every cryptocurrency except Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. And you can see here, similarly, just like Bitcoin, we had this massive run. It was supported for a while. And first resistance met here, second resistance met here, third, fourth, it tried so many times and it's failing right now, right? So this looks to me a little bit dangerous because we might be in free fall and we're going to find some sort of bottom, right? So I'm being careful because there have been multiple attempts. We were thinking that this might break through considering the bullishness I was seeing in the stock market, but it didn't. And that's okay, you know, but we don't want to like take a risk. We are, on this channel, we are like averaging in, right? So even if our portfolio is red or green, we don't matter. We try to find good assets and we try to invest slowly and steadily. Okay. So now this is actually sort of in a free fall. A free fall means it could be something like this, right? I don't think it's going to be this severe, but we may just break this 29.641 billion dollar market cap. And when this falls, it will have some capitulation, and we will see if there's a massive capitulation. We will, try to fill in some positions over there. But right now, I'm staying away from all coins. Surprisingly, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are staying strong. Okay. So if you see the Bitcoin chart, as we said, it's maintaining this diagonal uptrend as well as it's above this resistance. Ethereum is also doing fine. It's not, it got rejected around here on, second time, but it's still steady. And the part of this happening is because I should mention as well, is there are some regulation issues, some other cryptocurrencies in the United States, and that's why the liquidity is moving to Bitcoin and Ethereum because those two are not facing any regulatory issues. Okay. But the smaller cryptocurrencies are actually facing them. And that's why, we are seeing this massive liquidity shock in other smaller altcoins. And all those money is actually going into the Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we are carefully watching right now. And we are not investing in some of the altcoins that we did. Instead, I actually got into Bitcoin and Ethereum both. Okay. So let me show you what we did. We bought like $500 worth of Bitcoin and $500 worth of, sorry, Ethereum and Bitcoin both, right? We are starting to build positions on both of these assets. You can see this is a massive red portfolio right now, right? We are almost 18% down. And this is going to happen. As I said, we are into slow and steady game, right? Whenever this finds the bottom, our portfolio is going to start multiply. My goal is to multiply the portfolio versus having 10, 15, 20% gains. That's not why we are here. The other thing I want to show is you can see from the first video we posted, this is actually growing in terms of the assets, which also means there are going to be some red days on something. It gives you us enough options to invest in different things as we start building new and new assets. That doesn't mean should go to infinity. We have to find good stuff and only invest in those. And that's what I'm trying to do. So this week, we are skipping investing in any other altcoins, considering some of the issues. However, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they have fallen. It's not like they're skyrocketing. They have held decent price. And this is what I want to teach you here. We are investing slowly and steadily. Second thing, we are watching the market properly. If there are risks in other altcoins, we invested, we don't want to like put more money. We want to see, let the market come to you versus you going to the market. Okay. We are waiting to see what's happening. We'll come back next week. If things look like okay, they are stabilizing, maybe we start investing in altcoin. My biggest disappointment right now is actually Litecoin because I don't think Litecoin has legs beyond mid-July also because the halving that we are sort of waiting the event that I talk about, right? Let's see this, right? This is happening around 3rd of August, right? So this should have skyrocketed. It's still sort of holding this line, but this is not looking confident to me, right? Because it also has this resistance around $100 and it's being rejected multiple times. So unless Bitcoin makes a U-turn, I I mean, this is, one of those things. So I just want to put it on the table when I'm wrong as well, right? So suddenly the regulatory issues came in states and that also impacted Litecoin. I was sort of thinking this is, considering the history of Litecoin, as the halving event is coming in 3rd of August, this should be having some sort of rally, right? But it's okay. We are not trying to like, put more money now. I think I would, sort of slow down in terms of Litecoin right now. Let's see how it goes. If it works, great. Otherwise, we will become a long-term investor. I'm very sure that, the price of Litecoin in the future, if not now, our average price is around 85. It will be above 85. Okay. So that's the status. I mean, let's quickly go through a couple of more points as well. So we invested in Cardano, ADA, right? It had a massive, wick that just took it all the way to this baseline that we were watching. Okay. And this is why I say it's in free fall. We were watching this trend line, if you remember from previous video, and this resistance line. I was thinking this if the Bitcoin runs, there's a high chance of this reversal, but it went the other way around, and it's okay. That's why we are, watching. Let it just play around in this some range. Give me an idea that is it stabilizing or not, and then it will be easier to sort of uh, um, buy and get our average lower and lower, right? Look, again, I'm being serious with you guys. I'm not like putting that data that I bought it exactly right here. I'm telling you that hey, this is falling. This is like a catching like a falling knife. We want to wait for it to like sort of stabilize, right? And then we will see what to do. Similar sort of thing with Polkadot as well. Actually, they both sort of touched their previous lows, right? And it is highly possible this is trying to, retest this base level or maybe even go lower, right? So we want to wait and watch. However, as I said, Bitcoin and Ethereum both look good, and that's why we are trying to sort of, see if we could, just like start DCing into that. Okay. The other thing I invested in is actually the Coinbase stock itself. And let me explain why. So I actually bought it around $48, $49 because there was, this regulatory fear this week and the stock of Coinbase started collapsing, right? And this kind of fears are going to come because this is a new industry, right? So for me, any kind of big fears where there's uncertainty and the prices crash in a stock like this, which is almost like a cash cow. I feel like I want to putting money. So I put $1,000 in my Coinbase. So our stock portfolio is obviously up and doing fine. We invested in that stock metal, that's doing good. And also Coinbase, which is still 4 or 5% up because we are just trying to make sure our average is good, right? Um, and we have around $1,800 in stock now, and around $3,800, well, actually $4,300 because we are down in this, right? So our portfolios in stocks and crypto both are around $6,000. We will see next week how things roll for the altcoins, and I might, if there's some sort of massive capitulation event, I might just roll in more money into just altcoins to make our portfolio a little bit better, right? But thanks for joining me. Nothing here is financial advice. I hope you enjoy this content. There's a lot of research I have to do to make this kind of content videos. So please subscribe, tell your friends about this channel, and I hope you had a good week, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.